Okay, so next let's see how do we handle the different content types, right? So we have seen how to natively handling the request body, and how do we using Express framework, like with the inbuilt some of the libraries, how we can handle it. Now let's see handling the different content types. Okay, so first let's see form data. So here what we will do is, here we will, since whenever we are using Express, right, we will use URL encoded module. Okay, this is what we will be using. So what we will have to use is in the similar thing, right? Here the app.use express.json, same way we will have to use express.url-encoded. Instead of JSON, it will be URL encoded. Okay, and within that we can mention extended true. Extended true. Okay, so we will use app.use extended true. So now what happens is, if you have any of the post requests, right, I'm just going to copy paste this for ease. Handle form data post request. Okay, assume this is form. Okay, request and response, and then we will have form data request dot data, and in the JSON we will have form data received successfully, right? So this is how we handle. It's just that you will have to change whatever the content you want. Accordingly, you have to change it in the middle way, that is express middle way, which is very easy to handle it. This is about the form data, right? When it comes to the part form data, like maybe it in terms of file uploads, right? Or it could be multi-part form data. So we will be using libraries like multer for handling this. So in that case, we will have to do const multer equal to require of multer. And then we will have upload. We will define multer of dest. This is the uploads folder. Okay. Okay, now what we will have to do is, if we have to create, right, app dot post of slash upload, right, you will have upload dot single. Okay, file, then we will have request dot response. Okay, then we'll just copy paste this for our control Z. So we will have file. So we will have request.file. So what happens is, you can fetch directly the file, and you can also upload. Say this is the file we have got. So basically it will be uploading whatever the request file has been posted to this particular endpoint, that gets uploaded into this upload folder. Okay, this is the way how you handle the different types of content. And if it is multiple files, right, so we have we can also attach the multiple files in this, which gets handled well. Okay, So this is about the different, and if it is a text, then the type of this, right, whatever we have put here, this gets changed accordingly. Okay. Okay, now let's see. We have seen how to handle natively, how to handle using the express.js, the request body, what are the different types of content types which we can handle. Now let's see how to handle the security. Okay, so here validating the input data, right? Always we need to validate the request body to prevent the SQL injections. Okay, so validating request body is very much important to avoid other vulnerabilities. So we will be using joy or zod. Okay, so what we will do here is we will have to import joy equal to require of joy. Okay, then we will have schema defined. First is we have to schema define the schema on the request body, right? Object of, so I will have what, name, that's what my expectation, it will be string. One sec. Join dot string of, then minimum I'm telling it should have 3. Okay, and it should be required. Okay, this is my first object. Then we will have, I'll just place it in the next line. Okay, next assume I have age colon joy dot number, it would be right it, and this is the validation we are doing, and minimum I think I want 1 digit. Okay, then it should be required. Okay, so these are the validations which I putting, which is a schema which I'm expecting. Okay, now assume app dot post of data. Okay, then we will have request sorry, request dot response, request dot response, then we have const, we will error comma value equal to we will have schema dot validate of request dot body. What we're trying to do here is we are trying to validate the given request, is it handled, or is it following this validation requirements, right? That's what we are trying to do. In case if error, like if the validation failed, right? So what we can do is we can response dot status of 400. Okay, dot json of error comma error dot details of 0 dot message. Okay, this is what the error, if there is an error. Else what we will do is our json of will have message colon valid data, and we will just print data colon value. Okay, this is how the typical validation happens. So what happens here is whenever this particular error comes in, right, or if the validation, the request body is not in line or getting validated as per this schema, then it throws this error. Okay, okay, The second thing is we can limit the request body size. Okay, so what happens is if we are using express, right, we can use express dot json of we can say limit only 10 KB, right? This is the another practice which we can do it to prevent the large payloads to come into our system, right? So this is one thing which we have to always limit payload size. Okay, then if you want to protect against CSRF. Okay, so we can use the libraries like csurf to prevent this cross-site request forgery. Okay, for that what we can do is const CSRF equal to require of csurf. Then we will be using cookie parser require of cookie parser. Okay, so we can use this as a middleware. Okay, app dot use of cookie parser. Okay, then we will use app dot use of CSRF of cookie true. Okay, then what happens is this is how we can handle the CSRF request. So what we can do is if there is any form or um, anything, we can just use this request.csrf token, right? Which we can be added as part of the request. Okay, so we can just use like this. If there is a form, then we have this, and then we can put this value request.csrf token value, so that it is very safe. Okay, and next one is the sanitizing the input. Like we can use the libraries like express-validator to sanitize the input data. So here what we can do is sanitize input data. Okay, so here what happens, here the same thing, like we can just put const body, then we will have validation result. Okay, then we will have require of express validator module. Okay, so these two thing we are trying to get it from this express validator. And what we can do is app dot post of, then we will have post dot, then we will have slash sanitize. Okay, then we will do body of email, right? So what we can do here is email of dot normalize email. Okay, then we will have request. We will have one sec. We have request dot response, then callback function. Then what we can do is we can use const errors equal to validation results of request. Okay, so here if based on what is that it's going to return, right? Like if errors dot is empty of, then what we'll do, I'll put some return respond dot status of 400 dot json of what about the errors, right? Errors colon errors dot array. Okay, so now if there is a valid email, then you just print that. That is how you have to do it. Like else we will put respond.json of, we'll put message colon valid email, then I'll put data colon request dot body. Okay, so this is how you sanitize the input data. Okay, the next one majorly is on HTTPS and secure headers, right? Use HTTPS and libraries like helmet to secure the secure headers. So what we will have to do is const helmet equal to require of helmet, then I'll use app.use of helmet. Okay, this is how you use the a middleware helmet to handle the, like, to make the secure things. Okay, so I'm not running this code. Okay, you guys can try to run, and in case if you have any issues in running or any help on this fixing, please put it in the comment box. I can quickly respond to you guys. Okay, you guys can test using the postman. Okay, so for postman you can put this as a request body. Okay, you can try using sample request. Okay, you guys can use this content type as application JSON, then you guys can use the body as this to test with. Okay, different endpoints, different type of structures you can use and try to run the code. Okay,
Okay, that's the end of this particular session. There was a part one of the session which I have uploaded separately, that which covers the how to parse the HTTP request body either using natively and the Express. If you haven't watched those, please go ahead and watch from my channel. Okay, so today's session, I hope you guys have liked, where I have covered how to try to use the multiple form data, or it could be JSON or it could be multi-part data. And also we have seen certain security best practices which we have to consider to avoid the vulnerabilities and the attacks. So like validating the inputs, limiting the request body, implementing CSRF, and sanitizing the inputs, right? These all are the things which we have learned today. I hope you like this video. If you like, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. And if you have any specific topic, please let me know. I can provide you the same. Okay. Thank you all.